Hello, everyone. Welcome. So let's do a new Earth update. Right now, the guides started trickling in a message last night, and then it became even stronger this morning. I was like, all right, what's here? So they have a pretty big message for us that they want to share, and they really want to get us amped up into this higher dimensional energy so that we're fully operating from this place. So let's talk about what came through and how we are really pushing through these June energies to get us to this particular place in our evolution, ascension, and consciousness. Let's dive in. All right. So, again, right before I dive in, I want to thank everyone who donated to my channel and made a contribution. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here and for that support. All right, so as we dive into the message that came through, my guides love to start me out in this visual, this metaphorical visual of New Earth. So if you haven't watched any of my videos before, feel free to check out the ones that are prior to this. All of my videos kind of are continuations of each other. So I'm looking at this fifth dimensional landscape, and it's this beautiful mountainous clear water, like lush land type landscape, which is demonstrative or representative of this fifth dimensional consciousness that we've entered into. So there's a bunch of us just standing on this land, and we're kind of just standing there waiting, like, all right. And all of a sudden, all these ships start landing, and they're like, we're all here to work together. These ETs, these extraterrestrial higher dimensional beings that are present with this process for us are here, and they're going to help us build. They already are. They're helping us build this new Earth, because I think a lot of us may have gotten to this point so far where we're like, all right, I don't know what to do. I don't know what's next. I don't even know what I'm doing, even though I'm doing something. Or we might be sitting in this place where it's like, I don't know what to do. And they're like, it's okay. This is all working out. You need to trust the process. But they are here. And they wanted to come through to say, we're creating this together. It's not just a human thing. We're all multidimensional, interdimensional, higher dimensional beings. And when we're all in this higher consciousness, we got each other's back. We're doing it together. Unlike the 3D, where, people may turn on each other and betray each other and leave each other, like probably what a lot of us have experienced during our spiritual awakening, where it's like, all of a sudden, I have no friends. All of a sudden, my family thinks I'm crazy. And it's just like, okay, they want to say that that's because that's not higher dimensional support. Those people don't understand it yet. In the higher dimensions, we all work together. If you think about it, they have these spaceships. They have these ships that they travel on. They can travel to Earth on these ships, but we don't see them because we're not in that type of energetic dimension that they're in. So when we're in this higher conscious energy, this fifth dimensional energy, it's going to be easier for us to connect and contact these higher dimensional beings. But they have ships. If they can travel to Earth, they travel to other planets too. And if those planets are in higher dimensional, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, whatever, then they can, travel to each other's planets just like we travel from, London to France. It's like, it's that easy. So they just wanted to create that image, and they're saying they're here. Now, if you think about the pyramids in Egypt, and there's pyramids, in other places too. Mexico, I even know there's some in the Pacific Southwest. So it's like of the United States. And, there's these different types of pyramid-like structures. But we think of the ones in Egypt, and it's always this big, how did they get created? These aren't man-made. And that's right. They're not exactly man-made. Man helped make them, but it was directed and guided by higher dimensional beings / ETs. So they are showing me that just like the pyramids were created with the help and this interdimensional working together and connection, that's how New Earth is going to be created. It's like the pyramids times 10. But the thing that's happening is the pyramids were like these really, different type structures. It's like other beings on the planet at that time that weren't as higher dimensional heard about them and wanted to like get access to it. And they kind of stuck out like a sore thumb. And it's like, okay, we tried it that way. People on the planet couldn't handle it yet. They were still trying to like have ownership of it. What we're creating, it's like higher dimensional energy hiding in plain sight. So it's going to be like things that kind of fit into this normal earth. It's not going to seem like that out there, kind of like the pyramids were. It's like, it kind of just like fits into plain sight. And since so many of us are going to be doing it in different areas and all over the world, it's kind of going to be unstoppable. So it's just taking, you know, the third dimensional structures or systems, pulling like the good out of it, getting the gravy from it, and like making it into this higher dimensional thing. So it's like a step up. It's like the pyramids were this huge leap. It almost feels like. So we're kind of just like building in this covert way, but also a very overt way for us, where we're focused. We're like plowing forward, making it happen. And the energy is getting more and more rapid to make that happen. So kind of like how the pyramids were created in this magical way, through these magical means, it's like they came to be. They were created through higher dimensional energy. So is New Earth. And these beings are going to work with us, and we may be thinking as humans, because we're still graduating to this higher consciousness, we may be thinking, how is this going to work? How is this going to happen? And these beings are coming through saying, my guides are saying, you don't need to worry about that. You just need to know that it's going to happen. And they want you to get excited about it. They want you to release all of these like fears and lower premonitions that you have that it's not going to work out. They need to be let go of now. We're stepping into trust. The heart is the pathway. And if the heart is going to second guess everything, then we're not actually in the heart. So we need to trust this path. We need to trust that this energetic support is here, because what we're creating with is energy. That's it. It's this consciousness. Consciousness is energy. And we're feeding it through these physical bodies into the physical world. But what we're actually doing is putting energy, higher dimensional energy, into this world. That's what the pyramids were doing too. They were taking higher dimensional energy and holding it in a way that it could be accessed by people on Earth. And that's what we're doing with New Earth. We're creating our own form of pyramids so that people can access it, who are ready. And this is the other thing I want to talk about. If you've done like a past life regression and into your Egyptian lifetime, you may have seen that you are maybe like a guard for the pyramids, or that if you worked with the pyramids, you may have been like a Lyran being or some other type of being who could scan people's energy to see if they were allowed to come into the pyramid or not. I know I myself, that was part of one of my lifetimes in Egypt. This is the one lifetime I've seen. As a Lyran being, you can like scan someone's energy and you can tell if they have the right intentions to enter into that pyramid, if they're pure of heart. And if they weren't, then you rejected them. You say you can't come in. So we're kind of doing the same thing now, and we're being prepped for it right now, especially with this June energy. I feel like it started in May. It's continuing through July, but the real peak of it is here in June. And it's this like mega intensity. I think a lot of us may feel like it's like boom, boom, boom. One thing after another just keeps happening. Like these little situations that are actually big situations. You know, it's just like, oh my gosh. I talked about this in my last video, how it's like the pressure cooker. We're not just in a pressure cooker right now. We're in a training ground. We're like being tested. We're in this boot camp right now. It's like we've been going to school for our PhD for the past several years, and it's been grueling. And now we're at this point where we're giving our dissertation. We're getting our dissertation together, and we're about to present it. And it's like the presentation of it, you know, is proving that you've learned what you need to learn, and that you can step out into the world and start working in this like PhD capacity. That's what the dissertation basically is. So right now, the guides are giving us an opportunity to show how prepared we are and to really carve out this final process. So a lot is coming at us right now. It feels like, I know in my life, I'm like constantly just like batting away flies. I live in the Midwest and the cicadas are out and it's just like they're all over the place. And I go for walks outside and I'm just constantly like, they're like flying into my face and I'm just like batting them out of the way all the time. But they're also in this energy where it's like, I got 4 weeks. I got to make something happen. You know, maybe it's a little longer than that, but it's so funny that the cicadas are matching up at this time with the energy that we're also in. It's like this, it's not desperate. It's just, I know I have to get through this like tunnel of time and get to the other side. And all this stuff is showing up, this chaos, this drama, maybe these feelings of resentment or the stuff keeps coming up within us that we need to address. So this could be external circumstances or inner circumstances that are happening. And it's just like, oh my God, I'm going to explode. But I know I just have to keep going. I just have to keep going. This is like the final part of that push that I talked about back in April. So what this is doing is it's releasing all of our attachments to this third dimensional world. It's this final like release, and it's kind of happening all at once. I don't know if you remember in the movie The Matrix, it's like Neo wakes up in this gel in the pod and he sees like all these other pods around him that are still asleep. And then all of a sudden he has like all these like cords plugged into the back of him and the spinal cord. And all of a sudden they start just like pulling out. That's what's happening to us right now. It's like we have all these cords that we're just like popping out of us, pulling them off. It's like, no, get away. I'm like flicking these flies away, these cicadas. I'm focused this direction. That's what's happening. We're not allowing ourselves to attach to the dramas of the third dimensional world anymore. We're not getting tied up in gossip or if people want to make a comment to us or make us the bad guy. It's just like, okay, then I'm the bad guy. And you just keep moving forward. It's like, okay, you don't want to apologize for this thing that I did. Great. Now I know even deeper who you are and how you operate. Great. Then just be that way. I have something I need to do. I have an energy and a consciousness that I need to focus on. Get out of my way. And can you just let these things happen? Can you let them be there and not give your energy to them, not attach to them? We remain neutral. We remain in the energy that we need to remain in because we have a mission. We have a goal now. Even if right now you're like, well, I don't know what the physical thing is that I'm supposed to be doing. It doesn't matter. The energetic thing that you need to be doing is your mission right now. You need to be remaining in this energetic, conscious place of the fifth dimensional system, of this heart place system. I'm now operating from this place. And the heart doesn't get attached to dramas and victimhood and resentment. It's just like, it doesn't matter anymore. I don't care. Go then be that way. That's what we're saying to people. I'm like in the middle of I'm going to use language and apologize, but like I'm in the middle of a fucking shitstorm right now. And in the midst of this, I'm building out this massive stuff for my business to offer to you guys so I can create community and all this stuff. I have a massive vision that I'm pushing forward right now. And there's so much shit happening in my life. And I just have to be like, okay, all right, this is just what it is. And and it like knocks me off my saddle for like half a day. And then I have to pick myself up and get right back into alignment. And this, I think, is happening with a lot of us. We have so many intense situations happening. And it's the universe being like, are you going to stay focused? Are you going to be the version of yourself that we said you entered into in May? Are you going to hold that energy? That's the test. That is our dissertation right now. The third dimensional world wants to take your light from you. They think if I can make you feel bad, if I can make you sacrifice your energy to please me, then I get that light. They don't. They keep trying to steal it, to take it, but they never can. They think that that's the way to get this light that we have. They want to be you. This third dimensional, the people who are stuck in this third dimension, they want to be you. And I don't mean this in like a, braggart sort of way, but by you, I mean your light. They want your understanding. They want your consciousness. They want all the work that you've done without having to do the work themselves. So we are preparing ourselves for this November into 2025 time period that is about to hit. We are learning to create in this energy, to create with higher dimensional beings like the pyramids. And just like those Lyran beings who could scan the energy, the integrity of people who wanted to come into the pyramids, but had, not the right intentions, we have to be able to scan that in people too. Oh, this person in my life is trying to create drama right now. Something happened and they didn't take a breath and learn how to sit with the thing first. Instead, they're coming right at me impulsively and throwing it at me. And it's just like, I need to just let them be in that space, and I have to stay focused and grounded in this energy that I have worked so freaking hard to get myself to. Do not let this third dimensional world continue to pull you in with its little tentacles. Put light around you every single day. You wake up, pull this divine light through your crown, push it out of your body, feel it creating a pillar around you. Say these words, jump timelines. I am fully protected wherever I travel to today, whoever I come in contact with. And it's like, pull yourself up to this higher timeline, this higher place. Feel it, do it with your breath. I'm pushing myself up so that you can be in this zone of creating this like eggshell for yourself, so that you aren't as attached to these energies, so that when they come at you, you can take a breath and refocus, realign. Don't attach to them. Now, if you get knocked off, like I have, it's fine, it's natural, it's going to happen right now. But we're getting knocked off our center so that we understand what it's like. Every time I get back on that saddle, I'm like, okay, this person does this a lot. Now I know how I need to navigate myself so that I don't get pulled in. Okay, I'm not going to share this with this person, or anytime something like this happens, they're going to react that way. All right, well, I need to just be like, okay, then that's how it's going to be. And I just need to keep moving forward and focus on me. We're all about focusing our energy right now. And when we focus our energy in this direction, it becomes so much easier for us to focus our energy to pull in the answers that we want, that we need, to connect with these higher dimensional beings. It's all about focusing our intention. Okay, so I know I've talked about this before, but I want to just give another detail about it. The third dimensional world wants to take your light without having to earn it themselves. But the light that you have, the consciousness that you have earned that shit. You earned it. You drug yourself through the trenches of this struggle of your inner demons, and you have pulled yourself out the other side. We are still pulling ourselves out the other side. You have not only earned it, you have like blood, sweat, and tears pulled yourself to it. You know what it takes to get to that light. These other people don't yet, but they're about to get a taste of it. They're about to learn how to work for it. So what's going to happen when this chaos hits, when this intensity hits for them, they're going to try to find places to fix it for them, to make them feel good. They're going to try and take the light. But we're going to use this ability of scanning for integrity and being able to say no. So that's the other thing that we're being trained in right now, in this like very crazy, rapid, intense portal that we're going through the end of July. I really feel the breath coming as we get into August. So we are learning to say no. The heart energy, which is fifth dimensional energy, operates in no, in honoring ourselves first. If we do not love and honor ourselves first, to the most nth degree, then we're going to get taken advantage of by these lower energies that are operating in the mind, in the ego, and we're going to get pulled back in. If we feel like, oh, I'll just do this so that this person doesn't think I'm a bad person if I don't. Oh, we're getting pulled back into that attachment. I'm attaching that if I'm not going to be viewed as a good person if I don't do this. Pull that cord out. Send it back with unconditional love. Put a barrier of light so it can't plug back in. And it's like, honor your heart. This isn't easy. We have to speak our truth. We have to speak our honor. Even when we're scared. Even when we're afraid our entire world is going to crumble. But the thing is that the only world that's crumbling is the third dimensional one. So honor yourself. That's how we learn to honor and love other people. So when this energy hits, right before and into 2025, we are learning to stand so strong in our no, in this focused energy. We're learning to bat away these flies so that, like Neo in the Matrix, when all these bullets come at him, we can just go, no. And they fall down. It's literally what it's like. So we're learning to be that. We are mastering being in this energy right now and honoring ourselves so that our light isn't taken. They want us to be knocked down. They want our light to be dimmed. Don't let it happen. Make them work for it. That's how they become light. Okay, so with all of that said, I want to come back to this energy of connecting with these ET beings, these higher dimensional beings that are here. They are bringing so much energy to help us create. They are coming through and they want us to emphatically know and emphatically get into this place of get excited about what's coming. Get excited about what we're going to create together with each other in the human collective and with these higher dimensional beings that are present here with us right now. Right now. We are connecting with them. They are in contact. They are bringing things through. But it's about to get amped up where this is happening on a regular basis. We are opening our channels. We are opening our intuition. We are learning how to let it in and release these blocks and these attachments to thinking we can't, to thinking it's not real, to not trusting ourselves. This is what this portal, this pocket that we're in right now is teaching us to do too. Things are happening so fast and coming at us so constantly that we don't have time to think and second guess ourselves anymore. When the energy gets intense and frustrated, it means we're attaching to this third dimensional world. We need to get back. We need to just let it go, the situation go, and get back into alignment. Do something that feels good to take our mind off of it. And the answers will come. Get back in the flow. We need to get so freaking excited about what's coming. They are saying it is beyond our wildest dreams that we just can't fathom it right now. That the energy is working through us. It's like we're the doing, but the ETs are in this higher dimensional energy is like bringing it through and telling us how to do it. Now, if you think about it, we're bringing through information from these, extraterrestrial higher dimensional beings that are here for us. The Pleiadians, Arcturians, Andromedans, whoever's here. It's like we're bringing that through. Now, they're also channels. So they're bringing through even higher dimensional energy and information that right now we wouldn't even know what it means. So it's like they bring it through from this even higher dimensional place, from like God's source, from these like angelics that just like have this coding that they can't give to us. So it has to come through these beings, these ETs, and then they like transcribe and transcode that, and then they know how to work more directly with us, so then they translate it to us in simpler terms, and then we put it into the earth through what we're creating, through what we're doing, through how we're being, what we come in contact with, through what we're following. So it's coming from like way up there. It's just like coming down the ladder. So we really need to trust this process. We really need to know that we are being infinitely and just like enormously guided. Even though it may not seem like it, we have to stop second guessing it and really step into our trust. Come back into the heart. They're saying that when we do this, we are abundantly provided for. So a lot of us right now might be like, I don't know how this is going to support me. I don't know how this is going to turn out. It's gonna. As long as we keep following it, it's gonna. I'm sure the beings who were creating the pyramids were like, what's this? How is this going to work? And then it happened. And then they got to like be in these pyramids with like all of this energy and like incredible things were probably happening. And I was just like, wow, beyond my wildest dreams. Now take that times like 10, 100, they're saying. Like the amount of support that is here for you is incredible. You just have to accept and trust it. And we have to get through this portal. So they brought in this thing. A lot of us may feel like, I'm not in the place that I'm supposed to be. Maybe like right now, I'm not in the home that I know I'm supposed to live in. I'm very much in limbo. And I think a lot of us are like that. We also may be experiencing this with jobs. And it's like, where am I supposed to be? Where am I supposed to land? You're not supposed to know yet. Or maybe you do know, but you're like, how am I supposed to get there? They're saying that a lot of us may still be in this limbo with our living location because we have to get through this portal. We have to pull ourselves to this energy that we need to be in. And then they will place us where we need to go. But if we keep attaching to this frantic energy and this lack of trust and this lack within us of, well, I'm not waiting to hear, I'm just going to figure it out. And we force ourselves to go to a place and it still doesn't feel right. They're like, yeah, I told you, just be in the mess that you're in. Be in this limbo and accept it. Just like we need to accept all of these things coming at us right now and just be like, this is just what it is. I'm learning. I am being trained for what's coming next year so that it doesn't affect me. So we have to let go of this attachment of I need to know where I'm supposed to be. I need to get it figured out. Why aren't they telling me? It's like if you're going to get engaged, if you're like, wow, I want to get engaged. Is my partner going to propose to me or not? And it's just like the best part of getting proposed to is that you don't know you're getting proposed to. Is that they get to surprise you with it. And they get to do it the way they think would be incredible to like make it special for you. And it's like the guides are saying the same thing. Like, stop trying to like find the ring. Just let us figure this out for you and trust the process. Like, just go through this and be in it. We promise on the other side, like it's all going to work out. It's going to be bigger than your wildest dreams. So they're making me feel like a lot of people are probably going to land in these places that are quiet. It's like our soul has been through so much rapid growth, release, healing, intensity these past several years, many, many years. And it's like our soul needs rest. You feel that? Do you just feel that quiet? That pause? Our soul needs a pause. Because we need to be in these places where we can hear, where we can connect with these guides because it's energetic. They're not actually, I mean, maybe for some people, yeah, you want to do an ET circle and they may come in. But it's like, and you may have like these kind of physical contacts, but mostly it's energetic that's coming through. We need to get into a place where we can receive. Even if you're living in a city and you move to like a different part of the city, or you're like, I feel called to stay in the same place that I'm at, things might shift to the point where it's like, wow, it's like calmer all of a sudden. It feels like a lot of us who are building stuff out or getting ready to build stuff out or join with each other and build stuff out. So for these third and these fourth waivers, it's like, but I also feel that the first and second are in this too. we're all in this together. It's just that the first second have been in New Earth for a little while. So it's like they've kind of been waiting for us to arrive so we can like get this going. And it's like, I feel like the fifth and sixth are just helping to close out the last parts of this third dimension to like help us fully release and lift out of it. But they're saying that in order to like really build and work together and do all of this, we need quiet. We need to be in these like restful places that seem still, that seem calm, where our soul can just like be in this energy and receive. We need to be able to get in tune very easily. We need to be able to like click into our alignment and like be in contact with our guides and these beings and these energies that are here for us on a regular basis. So it's like we need this like respite that's coming in. And I think with all this intensity, our souls are craving it. And that's for a reason, because I think it's coming. I think we're all going to just be in this place of, I get to like have this sense of relief, but also now I'm in connection. I understand what it takes. I have to block out all of this other shit going on in the world and be in my receiving. Now, I can feel a lot of you, and I get asked this a lot. I can feel a lot of you saying, well, how do I connect? I'm not in connection with these beings. I'm not getting anything. And they're like, oh, yes, you are. You're just not trusting it. You're just not realizing that you can receive it so easily. We, as humans, like to make it so complicated for ourselves when it comes to channeling, when it comes to receiving energy. We think we have to like, I gotta go out to the woods and do this ritual, or I need to be like, Bashar or Lee Harris, where I just like, I'm receiving and I'm like a conscious or trance channel. And it's like, it's not like that. We're all energetic beings, so we can receive energy. If you can receive the energy of 3D Earth that easily, this energy of drama and gossip and victimhood and blame, if you can receive that energy easily and attach to it, just as easily you can receive this higher dimensional energy and attach to that. It's that easy. You just have to attune to it. How do you do that? You decide. That's it. The same with this third dimensional energy. That's like another thing about this portal. They're showing you how easy it is to attune to energy. So you decide, I'm connecting with my guides. They're bringing me through information. My intention is to connect with them. When you sit down to meditate, just intend, all right, these higher dimensional extraterrestrial beings that are here, I'm gonna like imagine them up there and just pulling their energy into me. I'm just gonna intend it, and I'm gonna breathe, and I'm just gonna see how it comes through. Maybe you start to see something, maybe you feel something, maybe you start getting knowings in your head. Oh, I just feel like I'm getting these ideas, these thoughts. That's the connection. Maybe you're going about your day and you're like cooking spaghetti and you're just like, oh, this idea just dropped into my body. It's going to feel pure. It's going to feel clear. It's going to feel like exciting. That's the word. That's why they're like, get excited. They're going to make you feel excited. Oh my gosh. It's an aha. That's you channeling. Some people do it through journaling. Not everyone is receiving in the same way. Beyonce and Alicia Keys are both singers. They're similar types of singers, but they're very different. Their voices are very different. And that's the same with us. We're all channels and intuitives, but how we receive is very different. How we relay that information is very different. But it's all correct. No one's going to look at Beyonce or Alicia Keys and be like, wrong, you're singing wrong. It's like they're going to be like, no, I wish I could be like that. I wish I could sing like that. So you have to trust that it's coming through for you. The more you can be like, I am receiving, I am connecting, and I'm intending to it, boom, the more it's going to happen. You have to stop questioning yourself. Now, there's a second question to this that I get asked a lot. Who are my guides? What's their name? What do they look like? Who are they? And they're coming through to say, I can feel every time I ask the guides this, they're like, oh God. They're just like, how do you know who somebody is? Is it through their name? Is it through what they look like? How do you actually know who somebody is as a human? No. It's like, okay, I was at a party and I met Kyle. Okay, I met this person named Kyle. Okay, well, do you know Kyle? You just know their name. You know what they look like. But do you know anything about them? Do you know how they feel? Have you gotten a sense of who they are? No. So the guides are here to say, like, we're not Kyle. We're not just you, like, getting our name and likeness. Who are we? We're energy. Get to know our energy and what that feels like. That's who we are. So when you ask all this time, this is a human construct. I need to know their name. I need to know what they look like. I need to know where they're from. And they're like, okay, we'll tell you, I guess. When I started channeling things about New Earth, I mean, I got like 5 or 6 channels before I was even like, wait, where is this coming from? But like more specifically, but even as I was receiving them, I see, I'm visual. I could see these like Arcturian and these Pleiadian beings who call themselves ambassadors. And they kind of had mentioned like the word, we're ambassadors. But I was also kind of asking, and they're just like, they were kind of like, stop. Like, this is just, you're blocking the information that needs to come through. And they're like, when we have been giving you these channels, what does it feel like? How does that energy feel? After I get these channels, I was like high for the rest of the day. I was like so excited and like, oh my gosh, everything feels possible. That's who they are. Their possibility, their excitement, their love, their being in this like infiniteness of I can do anything. Oh, I feel that everything is coming together. That's who they are. It's the energy signature that they carry. So we have to get out of this idea too of like, I need to know the name of the things that are talking to me. It's like, okay, but what you need to know more is who they are in an energetic level. I'm sure if you're going to get proposed to, you want to know who your fiance is. Meaning, I want to know what they've been through. I want to know what they believe. I want to know what their ambitions are. I want to know how they love and like their love language and how they treat me and how they treat others and like, what their inner thoughts are and like how they perceive things. And that's who they are. So when you ask, who are my guides? They're saying, then get to know us and we'll tell you who we are through our messages, through the things we share with you, through the nudgings that we give you. That is who we are. And I think over time, it's like, just let them tell you. They're going to tell you. You're going to get a sense of it. And you may have different guides coming in for you, and you can feel the difference between the messages. Like, I can probably tell the difference between if I'm talking to an Arcturian and a Pleiadian. And then I could maybe tell the difference between also when I am talking to like an ET like that and an angel or an ascended master. The energy is different. The messages that they bring through and what they want to talk about is different. It's different concepts. So just pay attention to that. It's an energy signature that we're actually wanting to know. We identify each other through energy, just like during the pyramids, when these Lyran beings existed and they were scanning someone's energy to see if they were in integrity, they're getting to know who they are. That's how we get to know people. That's how we know who they are. That's what the guides are saying to do. Scan my energy, feel my energy. That's how you get to know me. So I think over time, yes, you can ask. It's not like, don't ask me my name. The guides aren't saying that. Like, we'll give you that. We'll tell you if we're Pleiadian or if we're Andromedan or whatever. But it's like, try to release the idea and go off of how it feels. And there might be fear here too that's been created from spiritual bullshit of like, you're channeling the wrong things. You don't know what you're channeling. Really? Because half the time I think people on Earth don't know the type of people they're getting into a relationship with. It's like, okay, now I'm dating a good person. Really? Because I think you're dating a narcissist. You know, how many times has that happened? So I think people just put this like systematic construct, like ego construct on things of like, you could be channeling the wrong thing. I'm tuning into how this feels. And if it feels right to me, that's all it's about. It's all energy. It's all energy. Just like we can feel the energy of the third dimensional earth and people and their stuff trying to take our light, trying to make us be the victim, make us be the bad guy. We can feel that energy. So if we're tuning in with something bad or, that's lower frequency, we'll feel it. We can ask, do you serve love and light? So trust the energy that you're feeling into. Okay, I've rambled on enough. Said enough. I think you get the idea. I just want to end with, the guides are like, just get excited about this. Stay focused. Focus your energy. Bat those flies away. It's okay if you get knocked off your saddle. It's going to happen, but you're learning in that. You need to ask yourself when that happens, what did I just learn from that circumstance or that situation? And how can I move forward differently? We're just getting all these realignments so we can just move forward, full speed ahead, right on this track, this new earth track. So be present with this process. I know we are not in the easiest time right now. I promise we're going to get through it. And they're just really making me feel like when we hit end of September, October, even August, there's like this breath. It's like, okay, I get it now. I just put in the work. And look where it's going to get us to this point. It's going to be magnificent, beyond our wildest dreams. Just hold that space and get excited. Thank you all so much for being here. If you're interested in my Soul Mission Circle, it starts, or I'm launching it. You can start applying on June 16th. If you want to apply sooner and make sure you get in there, then follow the link below to sign up for my email list. I'm letting those people know first. They get first access. It's coming so soon. I'm so excited. I can't wait to work with you all. I have so many tools and things that I'm bringing into this, and we're getting to work closer. I can only take a certain amount of people because we're going to be working in a group together to help build out our things, to help open our intuition so that we're receiving and connecting easily with these higher dimensions. I feel like it's going to be awesome. I just got a huge chill throughout my body. I can't wait to connect with you all and be in community together as we build out what we're here to do on New Earth. So stay tuned for that. Get connected on the link below if you want to be informed about that and be able to apply. And then I have another thing coming down the pipeline too in July that I'm really excited about. So thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for your support. Let's get excited. I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you.